broadcast of the 95th Section 5 Boys Basketball Tournament. We headed off tonight from Seneca Falls, New York, home of the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium, as we are about to see the Blue Devils of Mynderse take on the RCMCS Royals, a team who made it to the finals last year, and a thriller, losing at the end to Lions, and they're back to try to make another attempt this year. And we also believe that Mynderse has a strong chance of making a good postseason run of their own. I'm happy to be with number 5, Matt Verke, of course, and I say this not lightly, legend in Seneca Falls Mynderse basketball annals. Number 5, John Mellencamp is wearing number 5 these days.
Oh, yeah?
As reportedly, he is about to be the 5th husband of one Christy Brinkley.
Okay.
Good evening, Matt. Great to see you again. And I'm betting, although it's been some 20-some years, you got a few goosebumps bubbling.
Yeah, it's great to be with you here, Dave. And, sectional time is a great time of the year. High school basketball, we've been calling games all year. And this is what it's all about. We kind of follow the seedings all year long. We talk about a lot of stuff and end up, we got Mynderse coming in here as a number 2 seed, matching up with number 7, RCMCS. Really two different contrasting teams here. RCMCS going to look to apply pressure. They're going to be all over the court. They're really going to rely on Amos Williams. They're minus a couple key players tonight. So I look for Amos Williams. He's going to attempt 20 to 25 shots tonight, I would think. And, Mynderse are going to have to do a good job knowing where he is. I expect Mynderse to play a lot of zone tonight. And on the other hand, I expect RCMCS to play a lot of pressure man-to-man. So Brett Anderson, Jake Jones, Kellen Carher, those guys are going to have to really take care of that pressure, handle the ball. I look for Mynderse to come out on top tonight.
Sitting atop in classification B2, you see the number 1 seed and a favorite of all of ours, North Rose Wolcott. A favorite, I say, not only as the number 1 seed, but a team we like very much due to their teamwork and discipline. We've seen them and had the pleasure of broadcasting several of their contests. They face Wayland Cohocton tonight, and all kinds of games going on in Section 5. And as a matter of fact, a good time to tell you that our Jim Sinacropi here producing the game, of course, will also be giving us updates of out-of-town Section 5 scores as we have them coming in. So we look forward to that. The weather's cooperating, not so much earlier in the week as we got delayed. But when I reviewed this final loss to Lions, a game that could have went either way last year, I thought the impatience by Rochester, the RCMCS team, the Royals, I thought that played into the Lions' victory as they quickly sometimes would bring the ball up court and fire up the quick jumper. They don't look to work the ball too much. They're not totally undisciplined, but at times they get in a frenetic pace, which can pay dividends, but also can be costly.
Yeah, Dave, they're a city school that's how the game's played in the city at times. But, their coach does a good job with them. They do run a couple sets, but they want to make this game as crazy as possible against Mynderse. Mynderse is a team that holds teams down to 45, 46 points a game. They really rely on their defense. They have trouble scoring. So if this game's in the 70s, I think Mynderse is going to be in trouble. Mynderse wants to keep this game, in the 40s, 50s, low 60s, and I think it gives them a good chance. RCMCS is a team really hard to figure out. They beat a Clyde team who beat Mynderse. They beat Clyde by 6. And you look through here, but they got some nice wins, but they got some really lopsided losses as well. So you never know who's going to show up.
They've had a habit of sometimes falling a little bit too much in love with the 3 ball. Not that that's not a big weapon for them at times, but they've also had some big games during the course of the season inside, namely by Ben Cafola and Jake Mean.
Yeah, I think they're the key to Mynderse. I think everything's got to run through those guys. They really play well together. They do a great job of getting the ball inside and kicking it out. Mynderse has 3-4 guys who can knock down threes. But, especially Jake Mean, he's a great passer. He finds Cafola a lot. Those guys have a great chemistry together, and, look for that here tonight.
As our national anthem. We'll be right back.
Guidance and partnership through every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Well, starting lineup's about to be introduced here. This is the first Section 5 action of the season for Mynderse, who earned a bye by virtue of their number 2 seed. RCMCS struggled and just got by Holly by a final score of 71-67. I think that game was Wednesday, originally scheduled for Tuesday. Were there any games that were played Tuesday, man? I think they were all
all every game was
out.
canceled, and they ended up playing them all on Wednesday. Busy night, Wednesday night.
So the starting lineups for the Royals, I'm going to be testing your knowledge of Royals, by the way. The Rochester Royals include Jalen Howard, Sheltier Harrison, Amos Williams, he's the key guy, Cameron Jones, and Rasheem Peterson. They are missing, for reasons we're not aware of,
I think it's academics why they're missing a couple guys tonight, Dave.
Jidey Griffin and Keenan Mears. So we'll see how that plays into it. Mynderse also likes to run in spots, but they can't get caught up in that frenetic pace that the Royals would prefer.
Mynderse, if the break's there, they'll take it. We got really good experienced guards. Our big guys can really get out and run. So, Mynderse is a team who they will get up and down. They're just a team who really has gone through stretches. They'll score 10 points in 2 minutes, but then they'll go 3-4 minutes without any buckets. So they need to really avoid those lapses.
We have the starting 5 from Mynderse: Brett Anderson, Jake Jones, Kellen Carraher, the sophomore guard, Jake Mean, and Ben Cafola. And now with our first out-of-town Section 5 scoreboard look, Jim Sinacropi momentarily be with us. Go right ahead, Jim. Okay, we didn't quite get the volume control was not there, but we'll have updates and get that corrected. And most importantly right now, we have the starting tip-off, and it's controlled and then stolen, and then right back to RCMCS, the Royals. I'll have to call them the Royals more often rather than go through that RCMCS, although I have it down fairly quickly. It looks like Mynderse and a man-to-man.
Yeah, they might be playing a box and one. I can't exactly tell.
I was kidding one of the assistant coaches.
I think they're straight man right now.
Dr. Ruddy, who's torn between two places tonight, Matt. Nice move and a drive, and the lay-in is good. As the Royals take the lead. I think that was Williams on the bucket, too, was it not?
I don't believe it was. I couldn't see a number on that. I think it was 32, actually.
Well, we'll credit Rasheem Peterson with the bucket and try to keep you posted with the scoring as
issue with the ball. Ball is wet, or the players are complaining about it already. Or flat, maybe.
Or it's a Nike ball versus the Under Armour ball that's getting a lot of attention in the collegiate ranks. Mynderse working the offense.
RCMCS playing his straight man.
Turning, double teamed, and a foul. Looked like pretty good hand action. Might have been a tie-up.
They got Cameron Jones on the foul. They got Cameron Jones, who's a little heavy set guarding Jake Jones. I would think Jones would be able to use his quickness to get open against him.
I know he can shoot the long-range shot, and a 5 count is a Mynderse turnover. So the Blue Devils not off quickly so far tonight.
And Mynderse come out with a press. It's Shelton Harrison with the ball.
2-0, Harrison with the ball. Nice feedback, and the shot is short. Rebound, Mynderse had it, now scramble for it. And I have to remember, and we'll get to that, still now stolen back by the Royals. Here's Cameron, misses the shot. Had a point-blank shot inside. Long court, leaking down, layup, missed, follow-up, not missed, and that was Anderson.
Yeah, nice job by Brett there being away. Cafola should have just laid that in. I don't know if he was trying to dunk that one or not, but just need to lay it in.
And I need to tell our listeners and viewers, Section 5 does not allow us to broadcast live in-game video during postseason games. So we'll feature some live scenes as Mynderse hits
nice
that
take
one.
by Jones there for 2.
But I have to recall to do more of the action than we might do otherwise with the lack of video.
Amos Williams there on a turnover. And, he's really creating tonight. He's gotten inside a few times and dished off, and his teammates weren't able to catch the ball, actually.
And driving to the lane, laying up and in. Kerrer with a hoop and a quick timeout. So Kerrer, they started a little slowly, but once they busted through the defense, that was an easy shot.
Yeah, I think, RCMCS played some tight defense up top, but once they got through there, it just opened up and easily scored there.
We have Jim Sinacropi with some Section 5 updates. Jim? As it's 6-2 here, Mynderse in front during the timeout.
Okay, got an update from Palmac. Palmac now up 51-50 after 3 against Leadership, and that's big because they'll be the first entry into the semifinal in Victor, and this bottom half is Newark against Midlake. So,
thanks, Jim. More later, and more games besides that one to report upon. In fact, I'm also expecting updates on the Penn-Yan-Hornell game. RCMCS, nice little head fake and a feed inside, layup no, rebound up, yes. The bucket by 0, Jalen Howard. Not 00, not the guy out of Centenary, Robert Parrish. Looping in, Cafola, turnaround shot, he goes down hard, no whistle, and the air ball comes off to the Royals. And another throwaway will give the ball. It'll stay with Mynderse. On the outside, Kerrer. Now Brett has it. Man-to-man by the Royals. Slowing things down. Mynderse up by a bucket, 6-4. Opening minutes, first quarter. Wheeling in the lane, nice head fake, and laying it in is Jake Mean.
Great move by Jake. Got the ball at the elbow, did a nice spin, laid it in. That's a great power move.
4 Mynderse buckets, won by 4 different players. Cafola, who's one of the better scorers, the only Mynderse starter not to have points so far. Expect that to change before too long. As Shahid Williams into the game, controlling it out front. Now near turnover, over and back.
I think here you see why they struggle at times this year. Really sloppy with the ball there. Really not much pressure by Mynderse, and just threw it a little too far. And Amos Williams ended up catching the ball and coming down on the half-court line.
RCMCS, as we've mentioned, Matt told you, a Rochester City charter school. driving, losing it, and here comes the Royals the other way. They are clad as the shot goes too high off the glass, badly missed. Rebound Mynderse. Burgundy with white numerals for the Royals. Mynderse in their home whites with navy blue lettering and numerals. Shot is up and no good. That time by Karaher, knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Royal basketball. Dave Barnick along with Matt Verke, Jim Sinacropi, and working the cameras, the Hunt brothers, Jason and Jeremy. This is Howard against pressure, gets it down court, open look, and Williams thinks better of it. Inside feed, high up, no. Rebound, no. Williams, no, and now Mynderse on the breakaway, laying it up. Anderson, yes! A 6-point, 10-4 lead.
RCMS taking some really bad shots, and then they're kind of doubling the damage by not getting back after they take the bad shots. Not really good court balance here.
Losing control and another Royal turnover. Mynderse nearly lost it back, but here they come. In their front court, the shot forced up short by Curry. Gets his own rebound. Resets, throws it other side. Anderson doesn't bury the three, but Mynderse keeps it alive.
A couple offensive rebounds there by Mynderse.
Mean inside feed. Cafola bounce pass to Mean, and they lost it a little too unselfish that time, Matt.
Yeah, I think Cafola could have, taken a little jump hook there. He tried to good look, and RCMCS did actually a nice job of rotating down and was able to knock it off Jake Mean.
Just under 3 minutes to play, first quarter at the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium. Happy to be with you, bringing you Section 5 quarterfinal basketball. Would love to see.
Well, we got somebody in the game with a legal number here, I think.
That will result in a personal, or a technical. Excuse me. Nice of the official to give you the little heads up there.
Yeah, and, I didn't quite. It's 6. 6 isn't an illegal number, but maybe they had it in the book wrong.
Well, I thought after 5.
Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is.
One of my favorite basketball
I know you can't
numbers.
be like 16, but I thought you could be a number 6.
I thought it only 0 to 5 or 10 to 15, 20 to 25, and so on.
I wonder if he's got a technical every game he's played in this year. I mean, how can they get to sectionals?
And that jersey was sent to him all the way from Seattle, from the home of William Felton Russell. Inside, head fake, Cafola, lay it up, no. His own rebound, no.
That was mean.
Couple of great chances
good
by
power
Jake.
move. I like the aggressiveness. He just got a little unlucky there.
Tricky dribble. Williams, nice move, can't get it to go. They banged the glass hard, but they have been unable to convert. Here comes Anderson. Leaving it for Mean. Cross court over to Kehrer.
If Mynderse takes their time, they can get just about anything they want here.
But they are not. They rush it and turn it over. They lead by 8, but they have not been impressive in doing so.
No. They should be up a little bit. RCMCS might set the record for turnovers.
Here's the break. Kehrer Anderson, yes. 3 buckets, 6 points. Your leading score, 14-4. And that junior guard looking good as answering the other way.
And that's the one
was
thing.
Amos.
That's the one thing Mynderse can't give up. That's everybody knows he's their best player, best scorer, and he just got it, went right to the hole and scored. Anderson on the miss, and RCMCS coming right back at you. That was Sheltier Harrison. They called a carry, which I didn't really see that. I just thought he was doing a little crossover move, really. RCMCS playing a little pressure. It looks like a 2-2-1 press, and Mynderse throws it away immediately. Luckily, Kehrer got fouled.
We're going to have to do the Archie, Bell, and the Drells, Matt. Do the tighten up so that you are in full screen along with yours truly.
Well, people don't really need to see me, so.
As I got cued, as here's the shot outside. Anderson, no. You're right, turnovers, though. And there were a lot of turnovers in that finals between the Royals and Lions a year ago. Zach Young's team taking it all the way to the Final Four. This is Amos Williams. No. Nice move. Not a very good shot.
And that's not real good offense. They didn't really isolate him. They just gave the ball to him, told him to drive.
Here comes the
Foul
Royals.
got rejected by Williams there.
14-6 your score. Swish! Three-pointer by Sheltier Harrison. Frenetic pace picking up. Could have laid that in if he chose to. Out deep, Kerr looking, dribbling, spinning, shooting, not scoring. Can't get those shots to go so far.
Real nice spin move. That's a good shot for Kellen. He's capable of making that. Just got a little unlucky around and out.
Long outside shot won't go. 1 and out, and near throwaway by Mynderse, and I think Anderson lost it. Yep. I started to mention Coach Ruddy. Conflict for him tonight. His son playing, I believe, what is Hobart's last home game, the Statesman in Geneva tonight, and if I'm correct, it's against Union.
Okay.
The wife is there, so they're splitting time.
Perfect. 12 seconds to go here. Amos Williams has it. They're just kind of standing around.
Williams will be their
There's a little
one-to-one
high pick.
go-to guy, spinning, but he lost it. Scramble. Will anybody get a shot off? Mynderse has a shot, but it's late. We're at the end of one. The Blue Devils, a lot of turnovers on their own, but they lead 14-9 after one.
Guidance and partnership through every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
There we go. 14-9. Sloppy.
Yeah, and I think Mynderse got to be kicking themselves a little bit. They had a 10-point lead there, up 14-4, and they gave up the last 5 points of the quarter and just got real sloppy with the ball. And they missed some easy shots and they turned it over a few times.
Devin Anderson into the game, and he'll fire up a three ball. Buries it.
It's a big shot for Devin. He struggled a little bit with his shooting as of late, but he's a great shooter. Works really hard.
I believe the first substitution for Nick Ciotti's Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Fine season, by the way, 16-4. They want to keep it going. Shot won't go by Williams, and we got traveling called. The ball to Mynderse. As Glenn Walker reports into the game. That's one of the favorite broadcasters or public address announcers' name. Walker. Here's a layup. Devin Anderson.
Nice pass there. Nice press break.
5 quick points for Anderson.
Threw it up the main. A little bounce pass to Anderson. Ball never was dribbled.
Working it around the perimeter. RCMCS trying to slow it down a little bit. Now a force, as I say that, bomb for three is good. And that basket by Harrison.
I think that's his second one.
2 3 balls.
I think it almost hit the roof.
6 in the game for Harrison.
Jesus.
And another Mynderse turnover.
Yeah, Anderson struggled a little bit with some of the pressure. I think he just needs to go by these guys and not try to screw around with them because they got some quick kids. And Anderson's quick in his own right, but he just needs to get by these guys or push the ball up ahead.
19-12. Here comes the Royals. Mynderse falls back, man-to-man defense. Right side. Firing again.
Wow.
Bullseye!
Those are 25-footers he's hitting.
That's Harrison with his third trifecta of the half, and those are nearly as high as they are long. That is a high arcing shot. Inside, turnaround. Cafola gets on the board.
And I don't think they can stop that. You know, Ben and Jake both missed a couple early, but they're getting great shots, and the more they go there, I think we're going to be able to get some points, easy points inside.
21-15, 6 minutes remaining. Mynderse with the basketball, leading by 6. Kind of dangerous, as Matt had pointed out.
Yeah, they're a team, you know, I can't imagine the way Harrison shoots. I can't imagine he's that great a shooter, but he is lighting it up right now.
And he just tried another one, and no, but the layup is put in. I think we're going to credit Howard with that hoop. Mynderse against some pressure, breaks it.
Mynderse, once they break it, they just need to take their time and settle down, get a good shot.
Inside feed. Head fake, mean, reverse layup.
Oh.
Doesn't get the roll.
Another good move.
And then a throwaway. Again, Mynderse has the opportunities, and then when they don't convert, RCMCS gives the ball right back to them. Lots of turnovers. 21-17, 5:44 remaining.
Yeah, and RCMCS does a nice job of the initial pressure, but once they settle back in their zone, it's not real active.
Open man inside, driving, stopping, turning, shooting, not scoring. And then I think we got over the back called on Jake Mean. No,
I think he got hit on the arm. Mynderse going to take it out underneath. Score update, North Row is up 26-5 after the first quarter. So they're rolling.
Doing the old rawhide. Rolling. Boy, that's a huge lead starting things off. Air ball from the corner. The shot no good by Jones. Here comes the Royals. Driving it. Dishing off and laying it up and in on a fine move. That was Amos Williams. Looked very authentic on that score.
Mynderse got to get somebody deep. We got 5 guys in the backcourt trying to break the press.
We got a timeout. They're going to talk about that. We'll keep it right here. A game that you would think Mynderse ought to be up by double digits. Instead, it's a 2-point contest. And I think the Royals got to be feeling pretty good about things.
Sure. They have to have 10 turnovers already, and Mynderse really hasn't done a great job of capitalizing on that. I think Mynderse just needs to settle down, get the ball inside, look high-low. The first thing they got to do is beat the press. Right? The last time they had 5 guys in the backcourt. Somebody's got to get deep, and they can throw the ball over top, because RCMCS is really allowing that deep pass.
Well, federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education. The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. We're doing radio style tonight. Again, Section 5 rules prohibit a live audio feed, or video feed, pardon me. So it's strictly audio at this time.
Jake Jones back in the game.
Mynderse trying to extend that lead. It's been cut down to 2. And Ruddy's in the game, and it's stolen. And here come the Royals with a chance to tie, or a 3-ball would take the lead. Amos Williams, tricky dribble, dishes off, shot up, no good. Tapped up, no. And Mynderse comes away with it, and here they come breaking down. Devin Anderson, lay it up, no. Ruddy gets hammered as he goes for the offensive board.
That was Jones on the take. He just missed it, and then Ruddy did a nice job following it up.
And the 6'5" junior will go to the line shooting, not shooting, foul.
No, on the rebound.
Okay.
And this should be wide open.
They bring it back out now in the corner, a little head fake. Open man inside is Mean. Mean uses up his dribble. Brings it inside, and tripped from behind is Mean. And actually,
Jillian Howard on the foul.
Howard banged his knee a little bit. Gets up a little gingerly here. Still, the score remains 21-19. 4:18 remaining before halftime.
Mynderse needs to find the soft spot in the zone. It's a lot of openings right here.
Looking to inbound, and they get it in. Now they find Mean. Turn around off glass. Bangs it home.
That's a nice out-of-bounds play there. They took their time and ran it through and got a layup for Mean.
So Jake with 2 buckets, 4 points, and the lead back to 4.
And Mynderse got to settle down here and, get this lead back up around 10.
RCMCS. Walker with the basketball, and they dish it around on the perimeter into the game. Angel Vasquez back to Walker. Stop and pop, 15-footer short. Rebound, Blue Devils. Here they come. Down court quickly. The Royals are back. Swing it open. The three-pointer won't go, and it bounces high off the top of the backboard and out of bounds to the Royals.
That's a good shot. And Jake Jones did a nice job. He drew 2 guys, kicked out to Kerr, had a wide-open 3, just didn't knock it down. Good ball work, though.
1-3 ball so far tonight for Mynderse has belonged to Devin Anderson. That's an air ball from outside by the Royals' Glenn Walker.
And, RCMCS is funny. It seems like they either swish it or don't even come close and some of these three-pointers.
Yeah, many of the shots aren't on line. Usually, most shooters, they're maybe a little short, maybe a little long, but they're at least on line.
RCMCS pressuring, then 2-2-1 again. Mynderse just needs to take their time here.
And they throw it away instead. Here comes Amos Williams. Lay it up and with the roll. Pretty move by Williams. Give him 6 for the night.
Mynderse got to do a better job of moving. We're standing too much against the press.
And now RCMCS has their legs on them. They could have been down big early. Bucket,
Anderson's
basket,
been big tonight.
Anderson for 3 from the corner.
8 points for Anderson off the bench. 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
A nice lift for Nick Ciotti's team, and the lead up to 5.
Without him, Mynderse could be actually losing in this game right now. He's been a nice spark off the bench.
Coming down to the 2.5-minute mark of the second quarter.
I'm surprised Mynderse hasn't gone to their zone. They've played a lot of 2-on-2 zone this year, and they've played mostly man this entire game.
Williams thinks about it, then throws it away on an attempted pass, and I think that was knocked out of bounds, so the Blue Devils will retain it. Ruddy comes out, and Cafola back into the game.
I think Mynderse is playing a little bit passive. It's sectionals. They're playing a city team. They just need to be aggressive and play their game. Guys got to look for their shots and take them when they're open.
Jones driving, stopping, fire up a teardrop shot, won't go. And the rebound out long to Williams. He may go the distance. Lay it up, not in. Tapped up, no. Williams, pump fake, no. And a steal. The Royals wanted a foul. Here come the Blue Devils, up 5, 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Shot, Anderson, bang!
Nice pull-up.
3
Took
ball.
a couple dribbles. And RCMCS just lets it dribble right by him. If you attack the basket, we should be able to score just about every time down court.
1:54 remaining. We got a timeout before halftime, and here's Jim Sinacropi with another out-of-town Section 5 scoreboard look by James.
All right, Dave. Right now, under 1 minute left to play. Palmac up 67-63 over Leadership Academy. That's a 4-5 game, but still would be considered a bit of an upset for Palmac in B1. In B2, we got North Rose Wolcott up 26-5 after 1. And also in B2, Wellsville, the winner of this game, will play the winner of the Wellsville game. Wellsville has a 15-11 first quarter lead. And Dundee in Class C2 is down 2 to Campbell Savona after 1 quarter. And then the Lions, the 11-seed Lions against number 3 Perry in Class C2 is up 14-12 after the first quarter of play. And Mount Morris holds a 2-point lead over Naples in Class D1 after 1 quarter of play. Back to you, Dave and Burke.
And back to live action here, Jim. Nice job.
A lot of info there.
1:54 remaining before halftime. As happy that one of our special listeners tonight is my sweetheart Delane, checking the game out on Finger Lakes 1. Left the high arcing shot.
Oh, my Lord.
Bullseye! Again, that ball must have ice on it when it comes down. As Anderson
back at
Anderson answers with a 3-ball of his own. But Harrison's shot, it's incredible how high he shoots them. He's trying another one. Misses that one.
He got fouled on that one.
No call. Williams has The rebound out deep.
I've seen a lot of basketball. That could be the highest arcing shot I've ever seen.
The block by Minders. The 2-on-1 break. And missing the dunk. Ill-advised attempt. And it'll be Royal basketball. The lead at 8 for Minders.
You know, and that's
not
I know Cafol can dunk it, but I've never seen him dunk in traffic or in a game or anything like that. This is sectionals. Nobody cares about the dunk. Go up and get the 2 points.
Yeah, he went up a bit early with that attempt of the jam.
You know, it's one thing if you're up 30 to try that, but this is a sectional game, a tight game. He needs to finish that. That's twice he's kind of done that tonight.
Tapped up, no good by RCM. Great effort inside. They had 3 chances, couldn't convert. Howard with the effort, but did not get the dividends. And contact and a foul. They'll call it against Glenn Walker.
That was a 50-50 ball, really. Jones was open the whole time, and Minders saw him late, and kind of a bad pass, really. And both guys were going for the ball, but Minders was lucky there and got the foul.
We have a first-year head coach, Brandon McCoy, for the RCMCS Royals.
Kind of weird because I think this is only their second year in existence, and they already have 2 coaches.
And nice young man who coached him last year. I was chatting with, I apologize for not having his name, but I chatted with him. And
Jones missed the free throw.
And here's Minders with maybe holding for one last shot.
Yeah,
they're up 8, 30 seconds to go.
Shot clock and game clock are just about matched up.
Inside and a throwaway. Yet another Minders turnover. Here comes the Royals. And here go the Royals. Lost it, got it back.
And I'm not sure what either team is doing. Minders could have ran that right down, and then they turned the ball over, giving these guys a chance to cut it down below 8.
10 seconds remaining in the quarter. And timeout.
5 seconds.
Count. 5
Mostly
count.
guarded.
So Minders now, maybe having only 6 seconds and a half is more manageable for them. At halftime, we'll be talking Section 5 basketball, of course. And here comes Minders and nearly losing it, getting it. Will they get off the shot in time? Yes, they do. It won't go. The shot was up by Jake Mean, and we are at a frenetically played intermission halftime between Minders and the Royals of RCMCS with the Blue Devils in front, 32-24. We'll take a commercial timeout and be back and talk some basketball at you.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School Basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics. Celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health, medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Fred's Place, great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Wisdom passed on from generation to generation. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Yep. Thank you. We are at halftime. Quarterfinal Section 5 contest between Minders here at home. The good news, if you're a Minders fan, you lead by 8, 32-24. But so many chances for either team, both teams, to convert, but turnovers and frenetic play. The pace of play that we talked about that Minders really didn't want has got them caught up in a turnover battle. So far, so good, but they've allowed the Royals to stay very much within striking distance.
Yeah, I think, one word to describe that first half would be sloppy, both ends. I bet you there's over 20 turnovers in that first half. Minders just needs a little bit settle down, beat that. I think we should try to score off our press break, and if it's not there, pull it out. If we run 10 seconds of offense, I think Minders can get a decent shot inside. We got a little sloppy with the ball, but, in who would have thought that Sheltier Harrison's going to hit 4 3-pointers in the first half? Nothing but net. I think he was 4 for 5. And, really, Amos Williams hasn't done a whole lot tonight. He's made some nice passes, but, I think he's only like 2 for 7 or 8 from the field. And Minders doing a nice job on him. And, I look, hopefully that can continue in the second half if you're a Minders fan.
Well, Matt, I think if you've ever watched this year the golf tournaments showing the arc of the drives in color, if you were to actually take the distance of Harrison's three-point shots, I mean, sure, they're 20-footers, 22-footers, 23-footers, but that arc is incredible.
Yeah, it's
as high as I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he kind of just shoots it from his hip.
And in certain gyms, I would think it's almost. He's probably.
He might have some issues in some gyms.
I would be surprised to find out he has not hit the ceiling a couple of times this season. But he's been money for him.
Yeah, he's played great. He he handled the ball pretty well, and 4 for 5 in the first half from 3-point line. I don't think you could ask too much more from him.
Well, let's talk for a moment. We want to remind our listeners that Section 5 doesn't allow us to broadcast live in-game video during postseason games. The webcast will feature live scenes from inside the gym during the pregame, halftime, and postgame, but the game itself will feature our game center and a radio-style play-by-play call, although you will be able to access the video as well as the audio at a later date. And we also, at a later date, Jim Sinacropi is looking at matchups and the feasibility. He's doing what they call a feasibility study, Matt, of what future games we can broadcast. Who would be some teams? Well, we have, in a moment, a live update by Jim Sinacropi on some scores in Section 5. I'll ask you to think about, in the meantime, who would be some teams you would like to see?
All right, guys, I have a final from Pelmac. The Red Raiders, 67. Leadership Academy, 63. That's a final. So Pelmac moves into the B1 semifinals in Victor to play the winner of Newark Mid-Lakes. That's going to be an all Finger Lakes East final, our semifinal doubleheader going on. Of course, Pelmac will play the winner of Livonia Greece Odyssey going on right now. And also, the Geneva girls victorious over Honeoye, 64-52. And I got an update also in the Naples game. Naples up 24-19 with about 4 minutes left to go second quarter. And again, I'm waiting on a report from Lions. Last time we heard they were up 14-12 after the first quarter. So big win for Pelmac. And
does Pelmac play Newark now?
Pelmac plays the winner of Livonia and Greece Odyssey.
And who's on the Newark will play who if they win? Who's Newark if they win?
Newark plays Midlakes at 7:30 tonight. It's the only game tonight starting at 7:30. So.
Well, Jim, I've got an update too from Hornell, Penn Yan Academy. The Mustangs leading the Hornell Red Raiders 19-14 at the half.
Wow, and that's the team that Newark Midlakes will play the winner of that game. So B1's looking like it's got a big Finger Lakes East flavor. Also, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Wellsville game. Right now, Wellsville's up 30-15 at the half over Leroy. They're at home. And, of course, Wellsville met North Rose Wolcott last year in the Blue Cross Arena and beat them pretty handily in the sectional final. So that's all I got at halftime. I imagine as we get into the second half, we'll have a lot more updates from around Section 5.
Well, that 19-14 low score, and when you know it, on my quarterfinal board, I had 9-3 for the halftime score. Darn it.
And Penn Yan's beat Hornell once this year already. So, Penn Yan really struggled at the end of the year, but, they got to have some confidence coming in knowing they already beat Hornell once this year.
Their neighbors, little old Dundee, knocked them off.
Yeah, they struggled down the stretch big time.
And
it looks like they regrouped here and to hold Hornell's number one seed to 14 points is, obviously a great defensive effort.
As we are in the insane primary season, as we move toward a presidential election, as we have yet another update, I'll get back to that. Jim?
Do got a score in that Lions game. They're at Perry. They went to Boulevard Richford, 2.5 hours drive on Tuesday. They won that game. The 11 seed Lions now up 30-28 at halftime against the 3 seed Perry. So, Lions trying to get back to the Blue Cross. So I'll kick it back to you guys for second half action.
As they say in the home of the Celtics, Boston, never underestimate the heart of a champion. They, of course, had the great year last year. Our colleague and friend Zach Young coaching that team, coaching his guts out, I would say, probably, Matt.
Yeah, Lions is a capable team. People underestimate how good Wayne County was this year, and Lions kind of got beat up a little bit. But you got East Rochester, Clyde, North Rose, all looking, all could not. Well, ER and Clyde both can't win the sectional title, but they're in the same bracket. But very capable teams who are looking to bring home some hardware themselves. I got North Rose up 49-17 at the half, so they're rolling. I think that one's you can put that one in your book, Dave.
And the early returns, as I mentioned, the primary season, early returns looking pretty good for both Finger Lakes leagues, very respectable, and, of course, the Wayne County League doing well so far. Right here, second half just underway. Again, radio style, so we'll give you all the play-by-play we can. And we had an inadvertent buzzer stopping play. I would say these first 3 minutes of the game of the second half, pretty darn important.
Yeah, interesting, Dave. Mynderse, who we thought was going to play a lot of zone, didn't play at all in the first half. Now they come out here to start the second half in a zone. So maybe Coach Sadi was just holding on to that, see how the game went, and now we're coming out and packing in a zone. Obviously, they got to locate number 13, Sheltier Harrison. But other than that, I feel pretty comfortable with RCMCS shooting the ball from the three-point line. So I like the strategy. We'll see how it goes. As long as they stay active, I think Mynderse will be all right.
So Mynderse, if they win tonight and the next game, and North Rose Wolcott well on their way to winning tonight, if they won the following game, then you would have a North Rose Wolcott Mynderse Academy Blue Devil finals. The shot is a knuckler that goes up short. Might have been partially deflected. And here comes Mynderse up 8. Chance to go up 10. Tricky dribbling. Kellen Carrer with the ball right side, directing traffic. And that's Jake Jones. Jones takes it in, throws up the teardrop runner. And it's good.
Nice take by Jones there. They're trying to get the ball into Mean, who is a huge mismatch inside that time down. I look for them to exploit that the next time down.
We just saw a shot of Jerry Anderson among the fans here at Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium. He, of course, the Mynderse girls head coach.
They play tomorrow at 2 right here.
As do the South Seneca girls in Ovid play at 2. The number 1 seed.
Push it.
South Seneca Falcon girls. Missed shot by the Royals. Tricky dribble, left side. Open shot, three-pointer. Not getting it was Anderson. Scramble, Mynderse retains. Anderson driving, right side, open 3 ball. Bang! Jake Jones with a trifecta.
So Jones comes out, scores the first 5 points here in the second half, and Mynderse opens up a 13-point lead. Mynderse still packing in that zone, which I like that strategy.
Cameron Jones buries a long 2.
I thought that was a pass at first, Dave.
Cameron, right side, Mynderse answering with another 3-ball. Jake Jones, 2 in a row. And RCMCS wants, needs, and calls the timeout. Well, if you're thinking about life after high school, I'm trying to get out of high school still. Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Nearly half of FLCC grads transfer to a 4-year school and continue their education. Visit www.flcc.edu to learn more. We thank Finger Lakes Community College, all of our sponsors tonight and throughout the Section 5 high school basketball season. Well, Mynderse got the start that they were hoping for to this second half.
Yeah, I don't think they could ask for too much more. 8-0 run. I think it's been all Jones. He's got 8 points here, and he was kind of a little quiet in the first half, but we've seen him go on huge runs. He's a streaky player, and that's a good sign for Mynderse.
And a good timeout, I think, by the Royals, their coach, Brandon McCoy. Inside feed, Williams has it, throws up a runner, no. Taken away, and here comes Mynderse. Mean over to Anderson, and we have a foul. That's one way to cool Jake Jones off. Take his head off.
Yeah, they, I'm sure coaches told me better find him, and, they got out a little bit late. He did a head fake, and I think the RCMCS player almost ended up going through the wall there. He jumped right on top of Jones.
By the way, very good crowd. Great Mynderse crowd here at home, as you'd expect, and a representative crowd from RCMCS attending the contest as well.
And, Dave, this is, why the regular season is so important, to get this game at home. Get the higher seed and get a bye and then get a home game. Very important in these sectional playoffs.
Brett Anderson driving, dishes off. You'd think Jones would be looking for that shot. He's been on fire, throws up a runner, swished. Jones has 10, all 10 of the Mynderse points here in the second half. And the shot that time, no, tapped up, no.
Mean almost had the follow-up dunk, just couldn't get to go down.
Mean went up hard and high for it. Inside feed, turnaround jumper from the foul line. Short, knocked out of bounds, it should be.
Oh, that's
caught
a
break
call
there. As I am sure the Hunt brothers would have that on instant replay if we were allowed to show it, as that ball appeared to go out of bounds off a Royal player.
I'm really surprised how quiet Amos Williams been tonight. Just expect a little bit more out of him. Really hasn't really even shot the ball too much.
It hasn't looked a heck of a lot for his shot either.
No, he's been very unselfish, which, at this point, you're down 16 points here with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. He's a guy who averages over 20 points a game. I think he needs to be more aggressive at this point.
He is a 6'1" senior who was the standout on their squad a year ago that made it all the way to the finals. Is at the line. We haven't had a lot of foul shots, but Rasheem Peterson gets the first of 2. He'll have another. 42-27 in second shot. Does not get the roll. Here comes Mynderse looking up court. Leaving it, open man Jones.
Oh,
doesn't get it halfway down. Rebound up and in by Cafola.
And that was a really nice job by Anderson, penetrating in, drew the defender, kicked it to Jones, who's been hot.
There's Williams.
Nice
with
move.
The drop,
coast
Euro step, and the nice layup by Williams, and they needed it, and they need more. They're down 15.
Somebody's got to stop him a little bit sooner than that.
Mynderse, long bomb, maybe a bit too long for Anderson. And here come the Royals. Shot is up, off the bank, off the glass and in.
That was Harrison with a nice move there. I think that was his first 2-pointer.
He has, that's right, and he has 14 in the contest after 4 threes in the first half. He didn't arc that 2-pointer quite as high.
No.
Driving, dropping it back, return past Jones. Now in the corner to Anderson. Jones open on the wing, right side, inside tapped away.
That's got to be a bounce pass, or he's got to put a little bit more on it.
Or take that 3 that he's been hitting all half.
Yeah, he's missed his last two, a little gun shot there. Personally, I would have took the shot, Dave, believe it or not. But,
Kevin and Jerry and Pat Brain, they all tell me you would have.
Yeah, yep, no doubt about it.
And chances are would have went in, folks. And
it was a nice look. You got to make a better entry pass.
And avoid those turnovers. They had so many in the first half. So far, not as many here. And a pretty pass. The feed inside. Anderson in the mean, and he lays it in. 46-31. Mynderse in control by 15. Williams has it. And now a little extra step there, no whistle. And two Mynderse players fought themselves for the ball, and it comes out deep.
They got to be a little bit smarter
to the Royals. 3 ball is short.
Go.
And here comes Mynderse. 3-on-2 break. Anderson driving, laying up no. And the rebound Royals. Number 2, Shaheed Williams with the basketball.
A little out of control on that one, but I like his aggressiveness.
Here's the little 12-footer, no good. It's a good shot, but wouldn't go. On the break, Jones throwing up a runner. Nobody draws the foul. Will shoot a deuce. And what a big second half for the junior, 5'10", Jake Jones, JJ, with a big night.
Yeah, and I think if Mynderse, the point guard, starting to get the ball up to the sideline a little bit, and I think that's open, a couple passes, Mynderse should have a pretty good look. RCMCS kind of not getting back on defense as well as they should be right now.
Now, let's see. Friday, I would suspect Mynderse, the winner of this game, as Jones hits the first free throw, will play Tuesday.
Yes.
Do you recall they play the winner of?
They get the winner of Wellsville. It's right here, Dave.
Here we go.
Wellsville and Leroy. I look for Wellsville to win that. Wellsville won sectional title last year, beating North Rolls Wolcott, and they have a great little guard who will probably be the best player that Mynderse would have seen all year long. Really good player, just a heady player. He's he's going to be a solid Division III player. So Mynderse will have their hands full with Wellsville.
1 out of 2 on the line for Jones, and then answering the other way, and answering back is Cafola. In between that, I believe that was Howard with the hoop. Here's the long bomb outside short. Rebound off the glass and in. He looked like, I don't want this thing. That was Rasheem Peterson with a hoop. Scramble for the loose ball. Getting sloppy again.
Yeah, Mynderse needs to settle down here. They got a 14-point lead. No need to be in a hurry.
Work the ball a few passes. Reminds me of one of my favorite coaches from the Hoosier days. That movie.
Mynderse got
4 passes, man. 4 passes.
They need to, when they're feeding the post, they got to put a little bit more on it. They're not doing a very good job. The post guys are open, and that time I think Cafola could have made a step towards the ball, but put something on it. Get the ball in there.
Karaher looks to inbound. Has a little trouble. Now he finds Anderson on the wing, and a reach-in foul will go against the Royals' Glenn Walker.
That's, it's a good aggressive move there by Devin, but, they just need to pull it out, run some clock.
By the way, I want to thank Dave Eichenhofer, a big fan of the show and a good friend of mine. Is Mynderse has it inside, no, and jump ball as trying to score inside. I think that was Karaher with the efforts, but Dave is sending us those Penyan Hornell scores.
Dave used to play a lot of pickup with us.
His brother, he's actually fine is understatement. He's an outstanding sports writer and the beat writer for the New Orleans Pelicans of the NBA. I think I could have scored a few points like Weber had said in that NBA All-Star game with not a whole lot of D there, Matt.
Definitely not.
Discussion with
another
the official
discussion
score.
About the jump ball here, maybe.
49-35, 2:05 remaining third quarter. It's been a sloppy game, but Mynderse with a big first few minutes of the second half. And now open shot, Jones, short. And
then, that's quick there. They had a full shot clock. He's been hot, but that wasn't a wide open look.
Inside move, spinning, shooting, getting the roll. 0. That's Jaylene Howard. He has 8 in the game. That was a nice move and a Mynderse turnover. Maybe the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and Anderson just got a little ahead of himself there. They need to, calm down here. We got a 12-point lead, a minute 45 to go. There's no reason to be in a hurry. There's no reason to take quick shots. They got to be a little bit smarter, and the goal here is to win this game and advance on.
As Anderson returns to the game for Nick Ciotti's Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Down 12, certainly not out of reach. Minute and a half to go, still third quarter. Working the perimeter. Mynderse in that zone. Long bomb won't go from the left corner.
Look up.
By Williams. Down court quickly. Open man. Lay it up and in. And that was Anderson. Devin Anderson with a hoop. He's had a big game. Nice game.
Nice look by the other Anderson there too, Brett, to up to Devin Anderson.
Got him unofficially. Here's a steal. Mynderse. Devin Anderson. Lay it up. Yes! The lead back to 16 for the Blue Devils. So just when he thought maybe a little run was coming by Williams and the Royals, dish off, Shaheed, yes.
Nice pass by Williams, did a nice job getting through that lane, and nice pass to Howard, I think that was, Jillian Howard, who's not a bad player. I'm surprised he's been kind of quiet tonight.
He's got 10.
No, I guess he hasn't been that quiet.
A quiet 10, though. I know what you're saying. Here's some contact again. Jones, for some reason, is faking out the defenders quite well and drawing fouls.
Well, since he hit those first couple early on there, they've been, closing out hard on him, and he's using his pump fake to draw some fouls.
Now, again, Matt, unless you have, like, an open
this should be one shot here for Mynderse.
Unless you have, like, an open layup or something, run the clock down.
Yep.
Going to the between quarters up 14 or more.
20 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
This is Brett Anderson with it out front. Dribbling, 15 seconds. Down to 12. Dish off. Jake Jones, lay it up, no. Tapped up, no. Rebound RCMCS. They have time if they hurry. Here comes Williams. He gets fouled, doesn't score. Would have counted. He'll shoot 2.
That's not a good foul. They had fouls to give. He should have moved up and fouled him before he started his shooting motion there. I don't know if he was trying to do that, but he kind of just gave himself up. I think Williams was a little bit out of control there.
And Amos Williams, who has not looked to shoot very much, fired up many as a starter last year, but he does now have 8. So if he could convert here, he could go in the double figures.
He kind of shoots a squirrely ball. It rotates funny when it comes out of his hand.
53-39. Mynderse in front. 0.2 of a second left in the quarter, and both free throws missed. That'll do it. We'll take a third quarter break. Mynderse by 14 with a chance to advance to the semifinals as they head into the fourth quarter.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
One quarter of high school basketball for tonight left. Lots of scores coming your way. Jim will have an update momentarily when there's a break in the action. And the Royals need to get a run going as Williams, long bomb, no. Chance for a follow-up by Harrison wouldn't go. Here's Mynderse the other way, lay it up, no. Tapped up, no. And here come the Royals the other way.
That's a good Good look there. I know Mynderse would like to run some clock, but when they get layups, I guess you got to take them.
Williams as he misses the shot, but Howard with a putback with his 6th field goal, 12 in the game. Kara dribbling out front.
So Mynderse just needs a run clock here, and then pump the ball inside.
Stop. Tough shot by Anderson. Won't go. That was
Probably
Brett.
not what I would do right there.
A chance to get it down to 10 or 9 with a 3 ball. No, that was the shot that was going by Harrison in the first half. Hasn't hit a 3 ball in the second half. You know it was him when that ball went up some 25 feet in the air. Turn around, head fake, layup. No, too short. Had everything but the hoop by Jake Mean.
He's got to finish those. He's had trouble finishing some shots like that all year, but he's got a decisive height advantage in there. He's just got to finish.
The big guy drives hard, no, lays off, no, but the rebound up. And again, several opportunities by a hustling RCMCS team, unable to convert. Mynderse with numbers. Here's the pass, and the layup by Devin Anderson is good. And a quick timeout. We're going to go to Jim Sinacropi here during this timeout momentarily and give you more updated scores of other happenings in Section 5 tonight. We also mentioned a lot of girls in action tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock games by Mynderse and also by South Seneca, both home games for those respective schools. And
all right, guys.
Go, Jim.
As we know, Palmac won 71-66 tonight. Newark down 5 at the end of one to Midlakes, 21-16. Late third quarter, it's Penyan 33, Hornell 31. And got another one to get in for you here quickly. Naples up 42-27 late third quarter, or early third quarter. Dundee up 31-19 at halftime over Campbell Savona.
Boy, and I got to give the West some credit there, posting some good scores that I didn't expect based on my view of a few games. Also from our friend Dave Eichenhofer down in Hornell, 33-31 Penyan at the start of the fourth quarter against the Red Raiders.
That's a low-scoring game.
Inside, no, but a foul. Mynderse will send a Royal to the line.
I think the most surprising score I heard there was Newark down 5 to Midlakes. They talk about it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year, and Midlakes was a team who got off to a really hot start and then ran into the meat of that Finger Lakes East lineup and took a bunch of losses in a row. But they're capable. They got some really nice players. Don Burry at point guard, and they're kind of big inside. So giving Newark fits here early on.
2 out of 2 at the line for Rasheem Peterson. 12-point lead for Mynderse. Near throwaway. Did they throw it away? Nope. They'll keep it.
So,
they seem to be what we're talking about, caught up in that pace.
Yeah,
they don't need to be.
If it's not there, pull it back, run clock, get the win. It's only a 12-point game. What we don't want to do is take quick shots, then give up quick shots at the other end.
Yeah, a steal here, a 3-ball there, and it's all of a sudden a tight game again. And we have a reach-in foul against the Royals.
And there's no way RCMCS can match up with Mean and Cafola inside with the lineup they have in right now.
1951, I think the Rochester Royals won an NBA title. They moved in the 60s to Cincinnati. Can you tell me the greatest Royal basketball player of all time? It's an easy one.
Yeah.
Inside feed and a reverse missed
Oscar
by Cafola.
Robinson.
The big O, gotta be. One of the greatest, arguably as good as anyone.
Averaged a triple-double one year in the NBA.
Yes.
So Mynderse, Cafola, that was a great pass by Mean, and Cafola just had it rim out on him. Right there, that's got to go into the post.
55-43, Mynderse with it. Up and under move attempt, but the ball slapped away. Mynderse retains, shot clock, and we got a whistle and a foul. I think a non-shooting foul.
Yeah, they're really pushing on Mean in there, and he just had trouble gathering the ball and going up for it. So RCMCS is in the Mynderse in the bonus here, so Mean to the line, shoot 101.
If you're tuning in and wondering why it's more audio than video, Section 5 doesn't allow us to broadcast live in-game video during postseason games. But we will have the video to go with the audio at a later date. Driving, slapped away, Williams He looks like he's trying to take a little more shots.
Yeah, he's been a lot more aggressive here lately.
And a steal. And a stolen back. Driving, throwing up a runner. Crazy looking shot, no good by Peterson. And here come the Blue Devils. Mynderse with it, up by 12. Cafola wants it, gets it, lays it in. Actually, Mean,
yep.
Jake Mean with a hoop. He was wide open underneath. Yep. And that was easy pickings.
Good pass by Kerr.
Driving, layoff. RCMCS down 14, under 5 to go. Nearly a travel. Vasquez with it. Now Williams, Amos driving, stopping, throws up a runner, no. And the rebound Mean, and here come the Blue Devils. Left corner, outside, Brett Anderson. Anderson, open lane, lays it up and in. Where's the defense?
You almost, you think Mynderse should run clock, but they just it opens up so much they don't really have any other choice but to take wide open layups here.
Nobody there on the last two possessions. Surprising lack of D. Vasquez, first shot of the game is a three-pointer, won't go, and the rebound. Cafola down court, stopping, turnaround, nice little jump hook. They didn't need it, but what a great shot. Nick Ciotti probably saying, "Oh no, great shot."
Yeah, that's a hard shot. A little, 6 foot little baby hook from Kerr.
4 minutes away from the semifinals for the Blue Devils, and the little
he's had a nice game.
That's Harrison again. Harrison, pretty little floater on the lane.
He's very unorthodox.
He's got 16 unofficially, missing the chippy, and again, forcing the action a little was Jake Mean. And the big guy, Cameron Jones, dishes off.
Settle down now.
Here comes Mynderse.
Or just keep running.
That's what they do. Count the basket on the runner and one. And going to the line will be Devin Anderson. Anderson off the bench has simply been the star of the game.
Yeah, I think he's got, 17 points maybe? 9, 8. Yeah, I think I got him for 17 points. Him and Jones both had their moments where they scored in streaks, and Jake came out there and then started the second half and did a nice job getting Mynderse building on that 8-point halftime lead.
Actually, I have Devin for 19.
19, okay. We'll go with yours.
We could split the difference.
And I think that might be a career high for him, and what a time to do it here.
And he misses the foul shot, and I guess he went in a step early, but
yeah, I'm not
it was
sure
weird
why
the way the other guys were just standing there.
Not sure why Mynderse didn't have anybody in the line there either.
They drop back in their zone, a la Syracuse, and Jim Boeheim on the air at 2 tomorrow at home in a big game against Pitt. Driving, nice dish off. Williams finds Howard, and Howard with an easy land. Full court pressure applied, down 16, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Nice job breaking the press, setting up.
Now they'll use a little clock, maybe. Anderson with it, finds the cutter, it's slapped away. Here comes Amos Williams behind the back dribble, drives the lane, nobody draws the foul. Oh my! They called an offensive on Amos Williams, and I thought,
yeah, I think Anderson had position. I think he just started falling a little bit early, but he did get there in time, I believe. Tough call.
Real tough call for Amos. Likely playing his final game for RCMCS, the charter school out of Rochester. They trail by 16. Under 3 to go. Brett. Nice feed, wide open, lay it up and in by Cafola. Again, where is the interior defense
it's
for
not
the
there.
Royals? Outside bomb won't go. Attempted by Harrison.
And, one thing I mentioned is Cafola and Mean did a great job tonight controlling the boards. For the most part, they've been able to hold RCMCS to one shot. And, each of those guys, I'm sure, in double-figure rebound tonight.
And Mynderse has nice feed. Pretty pass. Anderson inside feed to Cafola for 2. And Big Ben has 10. 20-point lead for the Blue Devils.
This has got to be a good confidence builder for Mynderse. They're going to see, if they end up playing Wellsville, they're going to see a totally different type of game.
And there's Williams with a 3 ball, his first. And his first points of the second half. 17-point lead. Under 2 minutes to play. Matt, Mynderse has at least cut their turnovers. Oh my! Dunkaroo! Jake Mean up high in the sky.
That was a nice dunk. Took it, a couple dribbles, threw it down one-handed.
He was well over the rim.
Really right in the face of an RCMCS player.
And timeout Mynderse. They're rolling now. Dr. Littlejohn, his outstanding orthodontic team,
share. Jim, I think here.
We'll go to Jim momentarily.
Maybe not.
Share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances, including Invisalign and Excelident. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com.
All right, guys, got an update from Lions, now trailing by 3. 50-47 at the end of 3. Jordan Amel, 4 fouls in that one. East Rochester holds a 36-25 halftime lead over World of Inquiry in Class C1. And Penn up 33-31 late third quarter against Hornell. And Newark, guys, Newark is now down 11.5, 36-25. Back to you guys for the rest of this one.
Well, Jake Mean certainly captivating a big second half for Mynderse with that thunderous dunk. And it looks, who's in that game? Aiden Trout in the game. Bachman, Bobby Bachman in the game.
They got one of the JV players up that's Quentin Battle. And they have Todd Reed, and he's always a crowd favorite. Really good kid. Doesn't get to play a whole lot, but, he's always cheering on his teammates.
Sophomore Hunter Haas. So they've emptied the bench here at Arthur L. Baker. A minute to play, a minute 5 actually. Battle throws it up and in. Quentin Battle with a bucket. You've scored in the Section 5 tournament, young man. Here's the bomb by Williams. No, and you're right. That ball rotates sideways.
Yeah, really funny looking shot.
21-point lead. It was only 8 at the half. Want to credit both teams for playing hard. So many turnovers in the first half. Major difference in the second half. Mynderse kind of cut their turnovers way down. The Royals did not.
Yeah, Mynderse did a really nice job there in the second half.
Haas, dish off, tried to find Bachman. It's knocked out of bounds to Mynderse. 35 seconds. Join us for our Dr. Littlejohn Smiles with Styles postgame show. We'll have more updates on those finals. Here's Reed. No! Down court quickly. Williams laid up, no, but a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2.
And that's when you just give them. That's the last thing Mynderse wants to do here is give a foul and, stop the clock, even though there's only 25 seconds to go. Just let them go on that.
The other thing Mynderse did, that Shatir Harrison had 12 on 4 3-balls in the first half. He did not score a 3-point basket in the second half. He did have 2 field goals.
Yeah, I'm not sure he even attempted a 3 in the second half. I don't remember any of those high-arcing shots going up.
First foul shot missed by Williams. That's the second one as well. And a rebound, however, put back in. He actually, I don't know if that's his brother. This is Amos. Scramble for the loose ball. Who's got it? Amos Williams. Shot the game clock down to about 10, and a Bachman foul will send Len Walker to the line. Shaheed Williams and Amos Williams, I don't know if they're brothers or not, but they both have that sideways rotation on their shot.
Maybe, I don't know. That's odd. But, moving forward, Mynderse moves into the semis here, and I'm not sure who they're going to face. And possibly Wellsville, a team who was a defending sectional champ, beat Northrose Wolcott last year, but they lose 4 players off that team. But they do return Ebert, who's the best player on that team last year. He's the only starter back. So, Mynderse are going to have to start game planning for maybe for a Wellsville team.
Want to credit Jake Robinson and Jesse Cabot. They get some playing time up from the JVs as well. 1 out of 2 at the line for as laying it up. That was Cabot with a layup, and that'll do it. 73-53. Mynderse winning in style in the second half by 20 over a game group of RCMCS Royals, who sees their season end here tonight in Seneca Falls. We'll be back with post-game activities and all the scoring after this.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 high school basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics. Celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health. Medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Bread's Place, great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, back at Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium, coming off a Mynderse won by 21. We're going to quickly run down the scoring. We're expecting an interview with one of our stars of the game. First of all, for RCMCS, the Royals courted themselves nicely. Jalen Howard, the big guy, didn't have a foul shot, even though he plays big. Had 14 on the interior. 2 points for Shaheed Williams. 1 point for Glenn Walker. Sheltier Harrison with 16, their leading scorer. Amos Williams, this is another one of the keys for Mynderse perhaps, held to 11. Didn't really look for his shot a whole lot until the fourth quarter. Too little, too late there. Cameron Jones with a bucket for 2 and 7 points for Rasheem Peterson. A total of 53 for the Royals. On the other side of the ledger for the victorious and now semifinal bound Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, 73 points total. They had 5 players unofficially in double figures, starting with Brett Anderson with 11, Jake Jones with 13, Kellen Kerr had 6, 10 points apiece for Jake Mean and Ben Cafola, including a thunderous dunk by Jake Mean. And coming off the bench, and our player of the game, we believe possibly a career high for Devin Anderson, scoring 19 points en route to that 73-53 victory. Quentin Battle with a bucket, Jesse Cabot with a bucket apiece for the JVs. Total of 73, 20-point victory. Happy to have with us outstanding effort and a big lift off the bench for the Mynderse Academies by the sophomore guard shooter, Devin Anderson. Congratulations, Devin.
Thank you.
You have to be thrilled both with the win and your own performance tonight.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
I was a little nervous at first sectional game, but
did the coach say anything special to you? There were so many turnovers. You were the first sub off the bench, I believe, for Mynderse. When you went in, did he tell you, take your shot, Devin, get something going for us or anything like that?
No, but right before the game, he always tells me, don't be nervous, because usually I come in, well, not usually, but when I come in, we have a lot of turnovers sometimes. So at the beginning of today's game, he told me, don't be nervous, just take your time, shoot it, and don't rush anything. Composure, he always says. Keep your composure.
You guys, there were so many turnovers in that first half. We thought that you guys had a chance to have a big lead in the first quarter, allowed them to stay in the game, and even at half it was only an 8-point game. But your efforts in that second quarter, 3 balls and another bucket. So you had 11 points off the bench in the first half, keeping so that Mynderse could have that 8-point lead. And then you continued with 4 more buckets in the second half. And you seem to be as cool as could be out there, like Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
So what do you think about now, moving forward? Not ready for that season to end.
Just think we got to keep playing the way we did second half.
Now tell me what else, when you're not playing basketball, what are you doing in the other seasons? You play any other sports?
No,
so
I just do this.
How much time would you say you spend on your shooting? Because obviously you're proficient from the outside.
I spent a lot. For last week, for 2 or 3 days after our practice, I was in the gym working on my shot for 2 straight hours. After each practice, I'm usually in the gym for at least an hour after.
You're what they call a gym rat,
Yeah.
tried and true. Hey, let me ask you this. On the other side, the Royals, first of all, coach must have been telling you Amos Williams is their best player. We got a key on him. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what were they saying to do with him? Deny him the ball or get right on him or what?
They were saying not deny him the ball, but 1 foot in the paint, but not in total help.
And let me just add, what was it like for you? You were doing your share of the scoring, but Sheltier Harrison is a player who hit. Have you ever seen a player shoot the ball so high with an arc for the 3-pointers? And he had 4 of them in that first half.
I've never seen someone shoot like that with that much arc now.
Well, we want to congratulate you and the entire Mynderse squad. A little shaky at first. You had a great game, and we expect to see a lot more from Devin Anderson, the 5'10" sophomore guard, who had a great game here in his sectional debut. Right? Congratulations, Devin.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Finger Lakes 1. And we'll have Matt back in a moment. But first, this report for more Section 5 scoring results from
score report for tonight. As those of you who watch tonight know, number 4 Palmac with a nice win over number 5 seeded Leadership Academy in Class B1. That game started at 6 p.m. That's why it got over so early. A 71-66 victory for the Red Raiders in that one. And Newark at halftime down 36-25, still waiting for another update from Newark to Mid-Lake, so a little Finger Lakes East action there in Class B1. The winner will advance to face Hornell, who defeated Penn Yan 42-40. A 3-pointer by Jake Dunn with 30 seconds left gave Hornell the lead for good. They trailed all game. Penn Yan season comes to an end. Now down in B2, it was all North Rose Wolcott. They continued to roll into the second half. Looking for an update from Marcus Whitman Attica. We got nothing in that game. Wellsville up big late second half against Leroy. So Wellsville Minders will be the matchup Friday night in the semis. They don't know exactly where that game will be played yet. East Rochester up 11 on World of Inquiry, 36-25. The Bombers number 1 seed in Class C1. Also in C1, big surprise here at the end of 3. Clyde Savannah only up 4 on the Gananda Blue Panthers. Clyde a 4 seed. Gananda a 12 seed. Also no scores from the Red Creek Avon game. We're kind of interested in what's going on there in C1 or Bloomfield Early College. Dundee up 42-41, 4 minutes left to go, fourth quarter against Campbell Sabona in C2. Lions down 7 now, late, fourth quarter. Jordan Amell 4 fouls, Devin Franklin 4 fouls. They were up as much as 7 in the first half. They now trail Perry, the 3 seed in C2, by 7 points fourth quarter. And Naples up 53-46 on Mount Morris, also late in the game. And guys, I think that's about all I got here. So check FingerLakes1.com later tonight for all the scores. And we got one more score.
Well, I just wanted to, with you, Jim, great job, of course. Host of games tomorrow, mostly on the girls' side, including some home county Finger Lakes teams.
Yep, good luck South Seneca girls, good luck Minders girls, and we'll kick it back to Dave and Vert for the post game.
And great job on that. By the way, again, want to thank Dave Eichenhofer, whose message to me said, Hornell hits massive 3 in corner to take lead, 42-40, crushing loss for Penn Yan. Incredible game by both teams. Low-scoring game at Hornell. Penn Yan nearly pulled off the upset. RCMCS had upset ideas. Minders kind of allowed those ideas to percolate a little bit, Matt, but they had the 8-point lead primarily due to the hot shooting of Devin Anderson, and then in the second half, pretty much all Minders.
Yeah, it's kind of a little, like we said, sloppy first half, but we were able to, Minders did a good job. They came out and played. They went, it was weird. They played man-to-man the whole first half, zone second half. I think that settled them down a little bit, and it really prevented, they held RCMCS to 53 points, which is kind of what we thought. And, Minders did a good job of taking advantage of RCMCS not getting back. We scored some transition baskets, and, of course, Jake Jones came out and hit 2-3 threes to start the second half. And then, really everybody there contributed late in the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. And did a nice job handling their pressure. I thought overall, Minders played really well, and it's a good game for them. They've a different style. It's going to be a totally different game. Looks like they're going to play Wellsville. It's going to be a totally different game playing them. And we're not sure where that site's going to be yet, but looking forward to watching that game next Tuesday.
The turnovers will have to be a focus of the practices before they take on Wellsville. That's the bad news. The good news, I think, for Minders, the big lift off the bench by Anderson, but they had 5 players in double figures tonight.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story for them all year long. They got 6-7 kids who are all capable of scoring, and they got great balance. They got good big guys. They got good shooters. They got a nice team, and look forward to seeing what they can do on Tuesday. Update: Newark has stormed back to go up 48-45 to start the fourth. So they erased an 11-point deficit, and they got a 3-point lead going into the fourth now.
Newark, the champion of the Finger Lakes East, and of course these higher-seeded teams, Minders among them, playing at home by virtue of earning that through the course of the regular season. There'll be sectional semifinal games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The finals will be at the Blue Cross Your Fingers Arena on Friday and Sunday. And there'll also be some games, I know on the girls' side, played at Rush Henrietta for the finals when those respective schools, and we certainly hope at least several of ours are in that boat when it comes to that in the following days ahead. So, a lot of fun tonight, Matt. It was sloppy at first, but the game improved and the fortunes for Minders improved. Nice victory.
Yeah, it was great, and good luck to Minders moving forward.
So, the final score here from Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium, once again, the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils advance with a 73-53 victory over the RCMCS Royals from Rochester, New York. They will play in the semifinals next Tuesday against Wellsville, as we said. As they say, and as we said, a site to be determined. Want to thank again Jason and Jeremy Hunt, of course, Mr. James Sinacropi, my broadcast partner Matt Furkey. This is Dave Barnick saying good evening, everybody, and go local teams, and may the force be with you.